Hello and welcome to part two of our journey with Mary Magdalene, where she answers your questions. My name is Sonia Ross. I am a spiritual psychotherapist, an intuitive messenger, and author. Welcome to our channel, where our mission is to bring healing, light, and divine wisdom into your life. Through angelic transmissions, ascended teachings, and guided meditations, I support you in reconnecting with the multi-dimensional light within. If you're on a path of spiritual awakening, deep healing, and expansion, I invite you to subscribe and journey with us as we raise our consciousness together. So, the first question we have for Mary Magdalene was, what hidden knowledge do you wish humanity to remember about our divine nature? Your divinity is at the heart of who you are. There is no question that it exists. There is no question that it is real. It is just forgotten. You have been told erroneously that you are something other than who you truly are. But in truth, you are a divine being, eternal and ancient all at once. With this remembrance, you will see with clarity. And with new eyes, you will remember that you can overcome any challenge. You will remember that you can navigate any change because you have already done it before over thousands of lifetimes. Change and challenge no longer has to be scary when approached from the heart. Call on a remembrance of who you truly are. All change and all challenge can be seen from the eyes of truth. Humanity is beginning to awaken to who they truly are. And from this place, all hidden knowledge will come forward. You will see the truth of your being, the truth of who you really are. How can we reclaim the suppressed power within us without fear? By looking fear in the eye and not avoiding what you are afraid of. Often on your planet, you avoid that which you fear. You hope that by avoiding it, the fear will go away, but just the opposite happens. When you avoid, you allow the thing that you are afraid of to take control of you. By accessing the suppressed power within you, you can look at fear and see it for what it truly is. Not an insurmountable obstacle, but the navigation tool for growth and inner harmony. When you know who you are, you're able to access all things from within. You are no longer stuck, but feel capable and strong. So you reclaim your suppressed power by engaging with your fears, understanding that they are just tools for learning and growth, and to help you remember your power. Fear has been used and weaponized against you, and that must end today. What is the relationship between power and compassion, and how do we embody both? True power has compassion, and they are not separate entities. The fractures in society have told you that power cannot be compassionate. That is because it has been wielded by people who used their power as a weapon and showed no compassion. But as we come out of these dark days of ancient times, you will see that true power has compassion because it takes into account the needs of all and not some. Power and compassion are centered in the heart and not the ego. They work together and live together and are one. There is no need for them to be separate when you are heart-centered. You do not have to question power and compassion because it is not an intellectual question. It is something that is felt in the heart. When the heart is truly open and the heart is truly healed, it has compassion and it has no desire to use the power that it has in any way in its life to hurt or harm another. For truly, compassion of the heart is its own song, and those who are truly connected to their heart have no desire to interrupt it by inflicting hurt or damage on another. True power is peaceful and calm, and it is not wielded against anyone as a weapon. What message do you have for those struggling with self-worth and past wounds? If you are struggling with self-worth, heal your heart, balance your energy, remember self-love. Self-love is not an afterthought. It is the first thought, and it is what will take you deeply and richly into your own healing process. For those struggling with self-worth and past wounds, heal your heart, heal your container, and see where those feelings of lack and past wounds live within you. Pay attention to those places. Do not ignore them. Do not try to bypass them for your ease and comfort. Seek out those who can support you on your journey, that can compassionately lead you into a deeper place within yourself, a place of love and unity from within. This is the work that you came here to do, but it's not the work that is glamorous or people want to discuss, but it is the truth of the soul and part of the soul's journey to heal, to awaken to itself. And that can only be done through the healing and balancing of the energy of the heart. That will help with self-worth, and that will help with activations of the past wounds. Heal your heart of grief, trauma, and heartbreak. Know that you do not deserve to carry these things around as some form of punishment from your past. You release the past by looking at it, by embracing it, by absolving it, and sending it love, and viewing it with compassion. From this place, your self-worth is elevated, and past wounds are slowly resolved. How do we align with the highest version of ourselves in this time of awakening? You align with the highest version of yourself during this time by being heart-centered, by knowing when you are in your heart and when you are not, and recentering yourself there. Being heart-centered is a code that is in your DNA that you've been programmed out of experiencing and accessing. You were told that you were weak or too kind, that showing empathy or appealing to higher values meant something was wrong with you, and not that something was wrong with the value system of this world. But the value system of this world is completely out of alignment with truth. To be the highest version of yourself, you have to align with truth, not the truth given to you by man, which seeks to limit and control, but the ultimate truth given to you by your source, and that your higher self holds. By accessing your divine blueprint, you will step into the highest version of yourself and beyond. And remember, whatever this highest version of yourself is, that also can evolve and change as you become more like the source of love in the universe. But the first step is a healed heart, because a healed heart is kind, open, receptive, which allows connection to your intuition and higher self and higher forms of communication. The highest version of you awaits. What is the truth about spiritual sovereignty and divine wisdom? Spiritual sovereignty and divine wisdom are one. One builds on the other, and you cannot have one without the other. What is spiritual sovereignty? The ability to stand in divine truth in spite of what you see and what you are told to believe. You are sovereign because what you stand in is divine wisdom and truth, and that is what guides you, and not the ways of the world. When you are sovereign, divine truth is your compass and roadmap and nothing else. What practices can we use to deepen our connection to divine harmony and peace? There are many practices you can undertake that are not difficult or hard to maintain. Spiritual practices are about consistency, not complexity. The simplest and most vital is to return to your breath. Your breath is life. Now is the now. Bring more attention to the experience. Come present. Slow down and feel the peace of the Creator flowing through you. It is always there. You don't have to chase it or do anything special to access it. You can step outside and breathe in the fresh air. The divine is everywhere, in the fresh air, the leaves, and in the birds' songs. Slowing down, connecting with your breath, feeling the beat of your heart allows you to connect with divine harmony and peace. It is not outside of you, it is within you. The world overcomplicates everything, particularly divine harmony and accessing inner peace. How can we recognize when we are living in alignment versus when we are trapped in limitation? The first sign is to recognize the difference in how you feel in your body and the rhythm of your heartbeat. Does your body feel tight and constricted? When you are in alignment, there is no constriction, just flow. And flow brings peace and a sense of harmony from within. With limitation, that is a sense of tightness and fear. The constriction in the body around the chest is the most clear and obvious sign. So the feelings in your body will be the first indicator that people often ignore. Place your hands across your heart. Breathe. How does it feel in your body? That is your truth. That is your answer. Do not ignore it. Then the second is how it looks and flows within your life. The second to that is how it looks in the flow of your life. Limited thinking will manifest as constriction in your life. Processes will feel difficult, challenging, and that you have to use force. Alignment is flow and a sense of inner harmony. What is the next step for those who feel called to share the message of divine truth with others? The next step is to live that truth within yourselves daily. Living your truth and being an example of harmony, peace, and radiance is the first and best way to share divine truth with others. Divine truth is not shared within words. It is shared in the energy you carry, how you treat others, and the frequency you emit. There are many ways to share divine truth that are beyond the physical mind and the physical senses. There is no standard plan for others. Just sink into your inner truth and you'll be guided and shown a way. So thank you for joining me today for this transmission from Mary Magdalene. If you like this video, please leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Please give this video a thumbs up so that it can go out further to others. And please consider subscribing to our channel if you like messages like this so that we can continue to grow our community. My name is Sonia Ross, and thank you so much for joining us today. Peace.